If you've ever wondered whether holding XRP was the right move, if you've ever stared at your wallet seeing 10,000 tokens and asked yourself, does this even matter? Then stop. Right now. Because what you hold is not just crypto. It's positioning. It's foresight. It's proof that you are rich. Not in numbers yet, but in timing, in patience, and in the courage to believe when others mocked you. And today, Ripple made it official. The launch of RLUSD changes everything. This isn't just a stablecoin. It's the key that turns XRP into a functioning bridge, not just a speculative asset. And if you're already on the XRP Rich List, you're not chasing wealth. You are wealth. You are early. You are rich. Most people won't understand this until it's too late. But you're here. You stayed. And now, you're about to see why conviction becomes legacy. Let me show you how RLUSD just proved your intuition right, and why the XRP Rich List now holds the keys to something far bigger than price. Part 1. Have you ever felt like you were waiting for something, but couldn't name it? Like all the charts, all the doubt, all the silence were leading to a quiet signal no one else was watching. If you're holding XRP right now, this is that moment. Not just because the market says so, but because the blueprint just activated. Ripple's next move is not speculation, it's architecture. RLUSD isn't a rumor, it's a declaration that XRP now connects directly to real-world value. And if you're already on the XRP Rich List, understand this. You didn't stumble into wealth. You are rich by design. This isn't noise. This is structure. This is what the insiders waited for. And the fact that you're here, early, still holding, that means everything. This phase isn't coming. It's begun. And if you stay through the next 5 minutes, you'll see why being on the XRP Rich List today might be the only move you ever needed to make. Part 2. Context. What is RLUSD? While the world was busy chasing headlines, Ripple was building quietly. And now it's here. RLUSD, Ripple's official stablecoin, backed 1-to-1 by the US dollar. But don't let the word stablecoin fool you. This isn't just another token. This is infrastructure. This is what XRP has been missing. With RLUSD, XRP finally connects directly to fiat liquidity. No more third-party workarounds. No more waiting on the sidelines while other assets get plugged into real-world rails. This changes everything. Now, payments can move seamlessly. Now, staking gets real. Now, decentralized swaps aren't theory. They're happening. And if you're already part of the XRP Rich List, this is your bridge. This is the utility you were waiting for. And it proves again, you are rich, not by luck, but by preparation. Ripple isn't selling dreams, they're laying foundations, and RLUSD is the proof. While others gamble on hype, you're sitting on real infrastructure. You're not speculating, you're positioned. And in the next part, I'll show you exactly how this stablecoin doesn't just support XRP, it elevates everyone already on the XRP Rich List. Part 3. XRP Rich List. Why it matters now. Let's talk about the people no one's talking about. Not the traders, not the influencers. I'm talking about you, the quiet one who held through everything. You didn't chase the news. You didn't sell when others panicked. You didn't need hype because you had vision. And now, you're here on the XRP Rich List. And maybe you didn't even know it. Because here's the truth. RLUSD isn't just a stablecoin. It's a signal. A signal that XRP is no longer just a speculative asset. It's becoming the center of liquidity in a reshaped financial system. And who benefits first? Not the latecomers, not the ones who wait for permission. You do. If you're on the XRP Rich List, this moment matters, because you've already crossed the line from hope to proof. This isn't about dreaming anymore. This is about confirmation, about knowing that you are rich and the system is finally catching up to you. You held through the silence. Now the system is starting to speak, and it's speaking your language. Next, I'll show you why what you've done so far, the patience, the belief, is exactly what separates the XRP Rich List from everyone else who's still guessing. Part 4. Emotional proof. Designed wealth, not accidental. Let's get one thing straight. This was never about luck. You didn't flip a coin. You didn't throw cash at hype hoping it would stick. You made a choice, a quiet, powerful choice. You chose conviction. You chose infrastructure over noise. You chose XRP when no one else would even say its name out loud. And now the system you believed in is finally waking up. RLUSD isn't just a product, it's a trigger, confirming what only the XRP Rich List believed early, that you are rich, not by accident, but by design. While others were busy chasing the next meme coin, you studied the rails. While the world laughed at lawsuits, you understood timing. And while influencers pumped and dumped, you held steady. You chose substance. And today, that substance is turning into structure. The launch of RLUSD proves this system isn't theory anymore. It's moving. And those who positioned early? You didn't get lucky, you got it right. So when people say, "You're lucky you bought XRP early," tell them this: luck didn't hold through the storm, I did. Because I knew I am rich, I am ready, I am XRP Rich List. Part 5. Numbers and Scarcity. Let's talk numbers. Let's talk reality. There will never be more than 100 billion XRP, and every single day, more of it gets locked, burned, or lost forever. That's not theory, that's math. Now think about this. The global population? Over 8 billion people. And if we split XRP equally, that's barely 12 XRP per person. But you're holding 10,000. Let that sink in. That simple number alone places you inside the top 1% of the XRP Rich List, globally. That's not hype, that's statistical proof. You didn't just buy a coin. You reserved a seat at the table before the table was even built. And with RLUSD about to unlock staking, cross-border liquidity, and DeFi directly on the XRPL, that seat just became premium. Because when yield comes, when DeFi scales, and when institutions start looking for liquidity, they'll be knocking on the door you're already sitting behind. Don't let the charts fool you. You're not rich someday. You are rich, right now. Not in dreams, but in math. This isn't about potential anymore. It's about positioning. And according to the numbers, you're already there. Part 6. Strategy, what comes next? This isn't the time to celebrate. This is the time to prepare. If you're already on the XRP Rich List, you've proven your vision. But holding XRP is just step 1. Execution is what turns vision into generational wealth. Here's what comes next. Step 1. Cold wallet setup. No more leaving assets vulnerable. If you are rich, then protect it like the elite do. Step 2. Staking readiness. With RLUSD going live, XRP staking on XRPL isn't just possible, it's imminent. Get ready to earn while holding. Step 3. Liquidity hub awareness. Ripple is building bridges between institutions, banks, and XRP. Know where value flows, and make sure you're upstream, not downstream. Because here's the truth. When RLUSD fully activates, when the ecosystem locks in, when institutions come flooding in, the door closes. Cheap XRP disappears. Casual investors get priced out. And only those who prepared, those already on the XRP Rich List, will still be standing. You are rich, not because of what you bought, but because you knew what was coming, and you moved before the crowd. And if you haven't moved yet, this is your final window. Part 7. Move with intention. You've made it this far. That means you're not just watching, you're thinking, calculating, preparing. So here's your next move. Not later, not tomorrow, now. We've put together a special report, the XRP Rich List Utility Blueprint. It shows you exactly how RLUSD will reshape staking, liquidity, and long-term yield, and how your current XRP position fits into that future. But this isn't for everyone. It's not for speculators. It's not for headline chasers. It's for people like you. The ones who understand that you are rich, not by chance, but because you take action before the world catches on. So download it below. It's free, but only if you're serious. Because once this wave hits the mainstream, the XRP Rich List will already be miles ahead. This is your moment. Act with clarity. Move with intention. Part 8. Anchor belief. They laughed when you said XRP was the future. They rolled their eyes when you held through the lawsuits, the silence, the sideways charts. They called you crazy. But one day soon, they'll call you something else. They'll call you early. Because wealth isn't about catching trends, it's about seeing structure before it's built. It's about believing in utility while others chase noise. You didn't hold XRP because someone told you to. You held it because you saw what it could become. And now, with RLUSD live, with the rails forming, with liquidity turning into something real, your patience is finally sinking with the system itself. Remember this, you are rich, not because XRP hit $100, but because you knew it could. Because you saw utility when others only saw hype. So don't second-guess your position, anchor your belief, because this system is moving, and those on the XRP Rich List, they won't just survive the shift, they'll move with it. Stay sharp, stay ready. Your time isn't coming. It's already begun. Lock the message in. If you've watched this far, you already know. You're not just early. You are prepared. You didn't stumble into this moment. You built toward it. The world may still be asleep. They're busy watching charts. You're watching blueprints. They want fast money. You're building generational wealth. That's what it means to be on the XRP Rich List. That's what it means to say with full conviction, you are rich. Not someday, now. So lock in your belief. Secure your XRP. Watch the rails go live. And when the headlines finally catch up, you won't need their approval because you'll already be miles ahead.